Many Jewish college students throughout North America feel threatened by the level of anti-Israel propaganda on campus. But one group has taken the initiative and decided to do something about it, as we hear in this report from Dennis Zinn.
Okay, so we have the socially conscious people, that's our core group, and then our special interest groups are the people that would be coming to each event.
They call themselves Aliyah ambassadors and are committed to promoting immigration to Israel. 18 Jewish American college students, all members of the Yavneh Olami organization, were at the Nefesh B'Nefesh organization's offices in Jerusalem this week at the end of an intensive week-long training seminar. Aliyah, they said, is the answer to the growing Israeli anti-Israel propaganda prevalent on university campuses throughout the United States.
Anti-Israel propaganda on campus has a tremendous presence in North American campuses. I myself graduated from Columbia last May and saw many incidents of anti-Israel propaganda. One of the creative responses that Yavneh Olami and Nefesh B'Nefesh came up with was the idea of Aliyah as sort of a positive student response to anti-Israel propaganda.
If you take a look at Jewish history, and I'm certainly no scholar, but it doesn't take a very deep investigation into our history books to realize that, unfortunately, as sad as it is, anti-Semitism has, in a way, been our best friend, that it keeps the Jewish people together. I wish I could say that it was another way, but the two are definitely related. Anti-Semitism goes up in America. More Jews want to leave, and they realize why they want to leave. They realize what they're leaving behind, and they realize what they're coming to here in Israel.
However, according to the young ambassadors, most Jews in North America are ignorant about Israel and very susceptible to the anti-Israel bias on campus and in the news.
The Jewish community needs to really devote a lot of resources to the struggle, basically over the legitimacy of a Jewish state. Those resources, I think, could best be diverted to bringing Jews to understand that Israel is really a normative place, to inform Jews who are uninformed that Israel is a place, it's a country, it has science, it has business, it has humanities, it has universities, it has viable options for people wanting to make a life. It's a real place, it's a place that exists. It's a viable option for Jews to come and live there.
The answer, they believe, is to find ways to bring Jewish youth to Israel at least once.
And so our audience is not necessarily going to be people who are Aliyah driven already. We're assuming that it's going to be a vast mix of people from all ends of the earth.
I think that the more that the Jews who agree with Israel expose the Jews who don't agree to Israel to the facts and also the experiences and have clubs and have activities that maybe are a little bit outside of the box, and showing films about Israel that a lot of people don't see on the radio, they don't hear on the news, all the positive aspects, all the cultural aspects. They just hear what the army's doing or what Ariel Sharon decided to do, and they don't realize that there's a country out there that's beyond just military. And
I've learned that Aliyah really is a practical thing, especially for students. It's the great age to make Aliyah. There are many grad school options, even undergraduate school options, and Israel is very special in that it pays for education for new olim, so it's really an attractive opportunity for young people like myself.
At the same time that the Aliyah ambassadors were holding their seminar, some 200 new immigrants from North America who arrived 1 week earlier on a Nefesh B'Nefesh flight were waiting in line to receive their Teudot Zehut, their Israeli identity cards. Mazel Tov. It appears that the Nefesh B'Nefesh organization, which up to now had not gone out to persuade people to move to Israel and nevertheless brought nearly 3,000 American immigrants to Israel last year, is embarking on a new, more aggressive, proactive tactic to enlist prospective olim in order to increase the statistics in 2005. Dennis Zinn, IBA News.